Hello, friend, and welcome back to Mindful Chatting on our Thoughtful Thursday. This is the space where I slow down and share something that's been resonating with me, especially in my sessions with clients. The patterns I see come up again and again, and that I think we all carry in some way. So let's take a moment for yourself. I want you to grab your coffee, your tea, your favorite blanket, or just let yourself breathe a little deeper. Today, we're talking about a really subtle but powerful pattern when intellectualizing becomes disconnection in your relationships. Let's go. First, let's break this down. So here's what I mean by intellectualizing. That kind of looks like explaining yourself over and over, or making excuses, or giving long justifications to things, or really using logic to defend your feelings instead of naming them. It often comes from a good place, and we want to be understood. We want to be fair. We don't want to feel like the bad guy. But here's the real problem with this. When we intellectualize, we're actually minimizing. And when we minimize, we create disconnection instead of safety within our relationships. So what intellectualizing looks like in real life. So let's think about it. I'm going to give you a scenario. Your partner tells you they're hurt. Instead of saying, I see that, or that must have been painful for you, you launch into, well, I only did that because, or let me give you another scenario. A friend says they felt left out, and you respond with, but I was busy. You don't understand how much I had going on. Or let me give you one last one. Maybe someone brings up a pattern, or you explain your history, your intentions, your reasons, instead of just pausing and sitting with the impact of someone bringing something hurtful to you. The result in all of these situations is the other person, the person who brought the thing up, feels dismissed, unseen, or even blamed, because explanations can feel like invalidation. But let's back up a bit. I want to understand or help you understand why we intellectualize in the first place. Because most of us don't do this to hurt the other person. That's sometimes the farthest thing from the truth. But we do it because we feel misunderstood, or we're scared of being wrong, or we want to protect our self-image, or really we're uncomfortable sitting in emotions, ours or somebody else's. And so we reach for the safety of logic. But here's the catch. Logic can explain an action, but it can't repair an emotion. And that's the missing piece. So when we over-explain, we end up minimizing real experiences, both our own and the other person's. Because if we're intellectualizing, we're avoiding not only their emotion in that scenario, but we're actually avoiding our own. And here's the real kicker. We can even become the emotional abuser to our own inner child. If we explain away our hurt instead of letting ourselves feel it, we're actually abandoning ourselves. And so the disconnection happens on two levels. With the other person in front of us who's bringing the things that is painful and hurtful, but we're also doing it within ourselves. So let's talk about what emotional presence actually looks like. Because the alternative is instead of explaining, we can try naming. I feel sad. I feel scared. I feel hurt. I feel uncomfortable. Instead of defending, we can try presence. I see that this landed really hard for you. Instead of fixing, we can try empathy. That makes sense. I can understand why that hurt. Presence actually creates safety. Intellectualizing creates distance. So here's my invitation to you this week. I want you to notice when you feel the urge to explain, excuse, or defend. Or I want you to notice when someone else is doing those things to you. And I want you to ask yourself, what feeling am I trying to avoid right now? Or what do you think that other person is avoiding right now? And what would happen if I paused and stay with the feeling instead? What would happen if when this person explains, excuses, or defends, I don't say anything? I don't come in and tell them that it's okay. I let them sit with silence, and I let them feel maybe what they've been avoiding. Because relationships don't need more explanations. They actually need more presence. So thanks for being here for another Thoughtful Thursday. If this resonated with you, maybe sit with it for a bit this week. See where it shows up in your relationships or even how you talk to yourself. And as always, I want you to be gentle with your mind.